Hi everyone, I'm back with a topic on organizational development, and this time we're dealing with the OD practitioner. OD practitioner deals with the three kinds of people. We have the generalist, of course, the one who is generalized expert on OD, specialist, of course, the one who is specialized in OD, and the one in functional development practitioners. Okay, so there are three types of OD practitioner, either the generalist, specialist, and the functional one. Now, there are different competencies required to become an OD practitioner. You must have a knowledge on this: individual psychology, group dynamics, organizational behavior. Why? Because you need to study the behavior of people, functional knowledge, management, cultural diversity, research methods, and statistics. Why? Because you're dealing with the problems, different kinds of problems within the organization to make it more effective. And the skills required for an OD practitioner are this: behavioral skills, leadership, communication, negotiation, and problem-solving skills. And because you are an OD, you need to possess those skills because you're dealing not only for personal problems, dispute problems, but all kinds of problems within the organization. Okay? Now let's move on with the part 1. Diagnosing organization. Applying the skills and the knowledge that an OD practitioner have, we need also to diagnose the organizations. Just like a patient consulting a doctor to diagnose the disease that he has or the illnesses that he has. The same is true with the organization. We need to diagnose the problem in order to know the cure. Okay? Organization diagnosis means a systematic approach of determining and examining the exact nature of the problem, identifying the underlying causes, providing a basis by which a solution can be presented. Its importance lies in the fact that it provides the needed information to allow a faster and responsive organization to emerge. Of course, why you should cure something that is not a problem? So you need to determine first and examine that kind of problem. Okay? In implementing organizational diagnosis, the OD practitioner may use of the following diagnostic models depending on the objective set. It can be analytical, that it studies departmental in marketing, finance, production, human resource, technology. Can also emergent group model that studies behavior in work groups like activities, interactions, feelings, and norms. It can be management consulting model. It analyzes significant factors in an organization like planning, human resource, finance, and market research. We have also socio-technical model, analyzes the organizational social technological interaction with the environment. Any model can be given, depends on the objective set. Okay? Diagnostic process. The process of diagnosing problem areas involves the following steps: identifying the possible problem areas, gathering relevant data and information, classifying, analyzing, and presenting gathered data to the client. Why? Of course, for you to know how to find the solution, you need first to classify and analyze the problem. Then, identify problem areas by both client and consultant. Then, specify target clients. Then, select appropriate change intervention strategies. That is already the cure for that problem. Then, determine the degree of change attained. And of course, you need also to implement the change. Now, there are things that we use in collecting and analyzing diagnostic information. This is another important aspect of change process, that is data collection. And there are varied ways of collecting data, namely floating questionnaires, conducting interviews, observing, holding informal group sessions, and gathering unobtrusive data. When we say unobtrusive data, it is a secondary data gathered from company records and other historical resources. So for example, it has been a problem before and it becomes a problem today that is unobtrusive data. So it means there's already an history on it. And then the data collection process involves the following. Of course, a clear definition of the objectives, an accurate identification of significant variables, and appropriate selection and use of data gathering techniques. In analyzing diagnostic information, we use qualitative and quantitative tools. The qualitative tools, of course, involves the content analysis model, process of summarizing comments into meaningful conclusions, and the force field analysis model that derived from Kurt Levin's three-step model of change. For the quantitative tools, we use the statistical measure, and there are two very important statistical measures that we use. The mean, wherein we get the average. This is the measure of central tendency. Then we have the standard deviation. That's the measure of variability. Then we have also the frequency distribution and scatter diagram, as you heard this on your statistics. Frequency distribution is a method of showing the organization development diagnosis results through class intervals and with corresponding frequencies. For scatter diagram, of course, this is the graphical presentation of the OD diagnostic results. Another one is the significant difference in relations. We use these inferential statistics, hypothesis, tests like z-test and t-test, and coefficient correlation. I don't have to discuss this one because I know you already heard this many times on your statistics. Now, feeding back diagnostic information, it's very important that once you analyze, collected the data, interpret it, you need also give the feedback. This is one of the most important phase in our OD process. Feedback data should be accurate, direct, clear, and verifiable, and there should be no room for ambiguity. Feedback data are not meant to be final. They should serve as starting points for intervention strategies. And diagnostic result should be fed back as soon as possible. Why? Because we need to know what we should do already. So we need the feedback. Just like observing your performance, we need feedback so that we know what we're going to improve. Same as true with this one. Okay, so that ends my topic. Next meeting, I'll discuss already on how to design the OD interventions. Okay, thank you and have a good day.